All right.
Yep. Let's get to it.
Man. Greetings and salutations.
Yes.
There's a lot going on in the world right now, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How you feeling?
I feel good.
I don't have on MAGA red. This is crimson.
Crimson. Roll
For the
Tide.
record.
Roll Tide.
Mm-hmm.
Roll
How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. A little tired.
Yeah.
I was up, then I had to wake up, had to work out.
It's important.
That's important. Got to get a workout in.
Health is wealth. Yep.
Yeah. So, I've been running around all day. But the grind don't stop. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. We live in the flesh.
Is.
This is not pre-recorded. This is live in the flesh after a historic night last night. We had to come on here and we got to talk about it. It's a lot going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
No days off. No days off at all.
Ferris Bueller. Yep.
You know that. First, tomorrow, I think 5 o'clock, we're going to drop an episode. Moshkish Fish Givens, he's the president of Complex. So,
that's going to be a good one.
Very analytical episode, breaking down Complex, $100 million business. So check that out tomorrow at 5 o'clock on Earn Your Leisure. And we'll be back next week. We'll be back on the live teaching series next week, and we got a big one next week. So I'll announce it on Market Mondays, but we got a big one next week. But and then we have orientation tomorrow too for EYL University. Anybody that's part of EYL University tomorrow, we have orientation. Troy, maybe you can text me the time, but that's for all new members, so we can kind of just walk you through the app, show you how to use it, talk to you about the book club, the calls. So I want to make sure that you get as much value as possible. So if you have time tomorrow, orientation, EYL University, everybody is part of EYL University needs to download that app. It's at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Ian, any announcements before we start?
Yes, don't talk to me about cursing, decorum, tonality,
please,
or speech respectfully tonight or any other night going forward. Pineapple Juice Vibes is back. I don't care. If I made you money, please put yes in chat. If you are unsure about your financial status over the next 4 years or 8 years, got some tea, the white teas, brewing hot. I got a lot to talk about, but if you want to get rich from the market, go to ianinvest.com. I will be prices will be dropped Monday. We just had an amazing stock club call 2 hours ago. If you want to know some presidential insights, what to invest in, what sectors will fall apart, come join the gang. If I made you money, please put yes in chat. And be careful of everybody who's going to come out and try and fearmonger you if you're black and this is the plan to follow. Where have they been the last 8 years, 10 years, 12 years? Next time, I want an iced chai latte, little ice, a lot of cinnamon, sprinkle. Let's get to it. Let's have an amazing show.
Let's get to it. All right. So obviously, everybody knows why we're here. El Presidente, that boy Donald Trump is back.
Landslide.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And you know what, Ian? Sometimes in life, you got to stick with your original thoughts. Me and you actually thought that was going to happen, right? But,
sure did. Got bullied.
Got bullied into
got
it.
bullied.
And a little bit of misinformation, shout out to my friends on the inside, but I was privy to some information that actually didn't turn out to be fully accurate. Yep. And a couple of last minute mistakes was made as well. But hey, it is what it is.
But in the spirit, we must be accountable.
For sure.
And stand firm on what we said, because that's what real men do, right?
For sure. Yes. So, it didn't work out. That was that didn't work out the way that we thought it was going to work out.
If we can be honest, why do you think she lost? Let's get right to it.
You want to get right to it, or like lay
audience? Do you want us to get right to it, or do you want to wait a little bit?
Because I was just going to pay respects to Quincy Jones first.
Okay, I'm with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like just out of pure respect. So before we start, all right, this is gonna be one of them ones. Hit the like button and share.
Yes, please.
we are going to go. We're gonna get at it.
We're gonna have a real talk
Almost
tonight.
3,000 people, and it's gonna be real talk. But before we start programming, let's take a moment to honor a giant and and culture, not just Black culture and culture.
Yes.
Quincy Jones, man, you look at his legacy, it's pretty remarkable, right? So we didn't get a chance to talk about him on Market Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
But before we start this show, because I know this show is going to be highly contagious, toxic, it's going to be all of that.
It's gonna be good.
Let's start with a positive note, and let's say rest in peace to Quincy Jones. Condolences to his family.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on his legacy?
One of the greatest musicians ever. I mean, of course, being from Northwest Indiana, he changed Michael Jackson's life. Incredibly talented, broke a lot of barriers. So yeah, rest in peace to him. Blessings and love to the family. Yeah, I mean, I know he lived a long time, but some icons, when they pass, is just heartbreaking to even hear that he passed. And there hasn't been anyone like him either. Like, go look at that track record. Take time tonight to go see what he's produced and was a part of. He changed the music business a few times over, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Rest in peace to Quincy Jones, a true legend.
Yes.
And I think that it's important for us to honor
Our greats.
our greats for sure. We got to honor them. We got to hold them in high level of reverence.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones, somebody that, just an impeccable track record in life, not just music, in life.
Mm-hmm.
So rest in peace to the great Quincy Jones. Okay, let's
Yeah.
get into it. And before I get into this, I do want to say this too, because my fault on Market Monday. I didn't think I fully explained it. So for our book, for myself and Troy, we published a book called You Deserve to Be Rich. And it's pretty much our life, everything that we've learned about finances boiled down into a novel. It's going to be a life-changing book. This is the new. I don't even want to reference another book.
Yeah, please don't.
I don't want to reference another book, but this is going to be it.
A mistake the other team made, not to cut you off.
That's a fact. So I announced on Market Mondays that we was going to do the 48-hour. If you buy the book, you get access to Troy's option boot camp. He did an option boot camp 6 months ago where he kind of went over everything you need to know as far as on a foundational level, understanding what an option call is, what a put is, how to set up the account, how to look at the chart. Like everything, like when you first start trading options, like he actually explained it's like an hour and 20. So, but what I don't think I fully explained how to actually get it. So you go to youdeservetoberich.book.com and it gives you a list of different places to order the book from: Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, whatever. If you order the book, now after that, when you order the book, you get like the code, like your code number is 107. That's your order number, right? At the bottom of the landing page, there's a form. You fill out the form, you put your code number in, you put your name, whatever, and then you hit submit, and then you download the video. So it's very straightforward.
Gotcha.
But I don't, because I've been getting a lot of DMs about that. Like, yo, I don't know how to actually get it. Is it going to be emailed to me? So I wanted to just say that. And being that I didn't fully explain it on Market Mondays, I do want to give everybody an opportunity to get that video. So 24 hours. You got 24 hours. If you order the book, if you pre-order the book, you will get the Boot Camp Options Masterclass for free. Now, keep in mind, the book costs $27, $30. The Option Masterclass is probably worth $500, at least $1,000. So you're going to be getting that for free if you just order it, but it's a limited time. 24 hours, you order the book. And this is something that's vitally important to us because, like I said, this is our first book that we've ever written. So You Deserve to Be Rich. Book.com. Order the book. At the bottom of the page, fill your information, and you'll get the Options Masterclass. Now, okay,
let's get to
it. But let's start with this. Let's start with how they can actually make some money, right? Because we went over this a few different times. But it's always good to kind of say it again. So I know you put the video. Dr.
It's vitally important.
Dr. Umar strategy. You guys say it 3 times.
Gotcha.
So you said the video
Donations
before where you talked about Bitcoin, Tesla.
Yes.
On Monday we said altcoins, and the reason, but I want to actually just explain why some of these. So The reason why we're saying Bitcoin and altcoins is because he's taken a stance recently over the last couple of months to be very pro crypto. At least that's what he's saying.
Well played.
So he would be the first pro crypto president that we've ever had, right? This is why the Bitcoin community is
Rally
so
behind him. Yeah.
have rallied behind it and why the price skyrocketed. Now, in full honesty, Bitcoin over the course of time is going to go up no matter who's in president, because you can't stop Bitcoin. But in the short term, it is good for the spike. It's confidence. It's a thing where they feel the administration is not going to try to crack down. There's not going to be a lot of lawsuits. So, and as Bitcoin goes, that's where the other altcoins go as well. And we talked about Solana, we talked about Ethereum, we talked about other altcoins that would follow the path of Bitcoin, right? Tesla, I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, Tesla's an obvious pick.
That's an obvious one, right? And the stock went up $35 today. So that I don't even think I need to fully explain why Tesla would be. I mean, Elon Musk literally probably won the election for him, right? Financial,
sure. He turned the poll literally in his favor.
The financials and banks. The reason why bank stocks and financial stocks, the reason why we said that is because of deregulation, right? So it's like as deregulation, and that's one of the things that he's going to push is deregulation, right? So deregulation favors financial institutions. So that usually means that that's going to bid well for financial companies' stocks, right? So because I want to just kind of tell them this so they can have an understanding, as opposed to, we tell them this, but it's like, this is why this is actually being done. And then defense and aerospace, another benefit for Elon Musk, aerospace.
Told you.
But his focus is on strengthening the military. He wants to strengthen the military even more, national defense spending, and could grow defense and aerospace stocks. So these are just a few ways. Energy also.
Energy is going to be big.
Oil, natural gas, coal. Those are all things. Yeah, those are all things that he's championed. And we expect pullbacks as far as regulation. We expect more investments. So a lot of those companies will probably benefit from the Trump administration. And keep in mind, it's not just the Trump administration. They have the whole situation.
The whole
right?
shebang.
They got Congress. So anything you want to add to that?
Yeah. Stock Club, shout out to you. I had to call early. I won't give too much of our business away, but I will say you should go look at Twitter. What CEOs were the first ones to congratulate him? Those are the ones that are tied in and have business that has been cleared through that administration already. Had a couple calls today with people who are in his camp. Microsoft is going to do incredibly well. Worried about Apple. Lockheed is going to do well. Anduril, when they become public, will do incredibly well. Tesla to the moon. Starlink to the moon. Lockheed Martin to the moon. For those who say politics don't affect the stock market, I don't know what rock you crawl from under, but when you go back there and smoke your meth, it does have an impact on what the fuck happens in the market. I'm not here for decorum today. The decorum is what got that ass kicked. We are going to have real conversation. Please don't call my phone. I'm not mad. I'm still black. I love y'all. If I made you money, please put yes in chat. We're going to have honest conversation. Bitcoin is going to do well. Solana is going to do well. Vitalik needs to go kiss that ring. BlackRock is going to do well. Vanguard is going to do well. Execute from here. Quit asking all them questions. What information we can get from the White House or sources or whomever, we'll be happy to share. But it is up to you to decide if you're going to invest. And if you don't, and I'll say this too, the housing market is going to go through a lot of inflation, and houses are going to get even more pricey. So you can keep waiting to build or buy a home. It's going to cost you dearly over these next 4 years if you do. And
some of the CEOs that were early to congratulate him publicly on Twitter, because it's one thing, like this is going to be Game of Thrones for real, because they could have easily sent the guy a text, right? They got to publicly acknowledge this.
Yeah,
they got
kiss the ring.
So Mark Zuckerberg,
early glaze, shout to Meta, shout to Zuckerberg,
Tim Cook, Jeff Bezos,
Satya from Microsoft,
publicly, and they all said the same thing.
Oh yeah, they hit that group text together. What should we say?
Look at all of those CEOs tweets. They
Mhm.
all have pretty much the same exact language. Congratulations on your decisive victory.
Mhm.
Like 3 of them use the word decisive.
Mhm.
We look forward to working with you and moving America forward. Da, 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 da. Nah.
Fellas, you know, like when your girl break up with you and then you try and get back with her, you come in real nice. That was the CEO energy this morning. Such a decisive win for the country, and we look forward to working with you in unity, making America stronger again through tech. Got to go kiss that ring to get them deals done. Notice who didn't send a text. Jack from Square. Cross some lines you shouldn't have. Look at Jamie Dimon sent a text. Looked at what I didn't see Brian Armstrong say too much. Go look at the ones who didn't congratulate. Those are the ones who don't have deals on the table. I'm going to say this too. For a domineering administration, you can't invest outside of that circle. All the players have been set. When they canceled DEI at scale, Microsoft CEOs from what country put it in chat? They made him cancel DEI. Then when the bond market dropped yesterday and crypto took off, man, it was over. Game, set, match. People already know. So this agenda has been put in place beforehand. Please invest and take care of your family for the next 3 or 4 years, please.
Yes. Now, okay. So now let's talk about his economic policy, right? Because a lot of people was confused when I said I don't think that he was the best person for the economy. We're going to get to everything because some of y'all literally make me sick to my stomach.
What,
But I'm going to talk about that
okay.
later.
Okay. Thank you.
Keep it neutral.
Yes. For now.
But some of you,
Yeah.
tweet and deleters.
Tell them why you mad, son.
So look, Donald Trump is president. I don't want the country to go into a recession. Hopefully this thing. Look, it.
Oh, real quick, I'm going to cut you off. Oh, give it to about January. When Martin Luther King did 15th. Give it to about the 18th. They're going to announce their real data though, about how the country is doing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So it's in. Look, guys, it's in my benefit for the economy. Today, I made a middle class salary today in the stock market. No, I'm just being honest with you.
What you do when you be tired on the bench and you be like, yo,
no, but I'm just saying it's in my
best interest. Yep.
It's in my best interest to see this thing do well, right? I don't want stocks to do bad. I don't want the economy to crash, right? There's no benefit in me for that, right? Like there's no benefit. The Democrats can't pay me enough to make what I'm going to make if things go right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Let's just get that.
I'm gonna be real. Y'all should have, because they would have swayed the fucking election.
But
you can't pay. Go ahead.
So look, there's a few things that we're not talking about 2 weeks, 2 months. I'm just saying it's long-term effects that we gotta wait and see. But mass deportation, let's start there, right? And a lot of these things, I don't think a lot of this stuff is like pandering to a base. Even like when Kamala said she was going to tax capital gains, that would have never happened.
That shit was never going to happen on Earth. You shouldn't have said it, but it wasn't going to happen.
Pandering to a base. But mass deportation. Okay. I want to just be honest. And this show is blackout for a reason, because this is unfiltered, uncut. So for new people that's watching, just bear with us, right? This is a little bit edgier than your usual scheduled programming for Earn Your Leisure and Market Mondays. Okay. We have a labor shortage in America. There are a lot of jobs that Americans do not want to do or don't want to do it for the amount of money that is going to be optimal to get the job done.
Or they're not advertised publicly for you to be able to even get them.
No, this is a fact. So any non-union construction job, building a home.
Yep.
If you've ever built a home, these people that are building your homes, highly good chance that they're not documented. They're not documented. I'm just being honest. This is a fact. They work from sun up to sundown. They don't complain. They get the job done. in a very efficient manner.
Mm-hmm.
You go to any farms down south, like real industrial farms down south, California, farmers sued the administration 4 years ago when they tried to implement this because they said if they take these people away, we are not going to be in business.
It's going to be over with. And
They're
construction
doing
too.
jobs that Americans can't do. They know that. That's what I'm saying. The politicians play off of people's ignorance. They understand. These people are very intelligent people at the highest level possible. They know if you deport every undocumented immigrant in America right now, it would crash the economy.
Don't say that, because when I said it on Math Alpha, it was in my mentions forever. So don't talk about crashing the economy. Please don't.
You want me to be honest, or you want me to, like, you know what I'm saying?
And if they get to, okay, here's the thing. They're going to tell you that they want to deport them, but they're needed for the economy. And if they are actually deported, the cost of houses are going to triple.
That's a fact. And that's the thing that people like, they're like, yo, like, I know firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
Because, okay, if you're building a house and that house build is going to cost $800,000 to build, right? You got to understand that you're working with subcontractors that hire labor,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, if the subcontractor has to hire a union labor, that raises that price 2x. They got to give them X, Y, and Z time off. Who actually pays for that? The subcontractor is not going to pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
Your payment goes from $800,000 to $1.4 million. This is a fact.
Easy.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not as easy as people make it understand. Like, yo, we want to kick these people out. These people are doing the work that people don't want to do, or they're doing it for a cheaper price. Then it's like, all right, well, just pay Americans more money. You pay them more money because the people that say that are not employing anybody. This is the same thing that Tim Cook said. Tim Cook said this 10 years ago when they were saying bring the jobs back to America. He said impossible. Because the price that we're paying in Asia and the efficiency that we have in Asia, there is no way in the world we can duplicate that in America. At some point in time, we have to face the facts. You want unions, you want pensions, you want benefits. It comes with a cost. The economy is a very complicated machine.
But this part ain't complicated. We've been on the house of cards for 25 years. Minimum. Everybody put in chat, what is America's debt to GDP ratio? And how much are we paying in interest per day? My bad. I'm going to cut you off.
So, yeah, mass deportation. How does that even work?
Hey, listen, my homie told me today, right by O Block, fucking Venezuelans over there going crazy. I got friends in Aurora. How do you, like, listen, y'all took King Von out the O and the Venezuelans came in, and now there's a little gang war. I won't talk about the Bronx because I like going to the Bronx out there by Grove Park. But there's some stuff there. Aurora and Denver, there's some stuff going on there. And if you're going to import them, at least have them go vote. We're going to talk about the black celebrities that y'all took the money from that camp too and didn't vote for.
But then we also got to be honest about, because this is blackout, right?
Yep.
I don't care about politics. So if you're a Trump fanatic, if you're a Democrat fanatic, I don't care. I don't care about.
You don't care a little
Trump. I don't care about pro-Trump. I don't care about pro-Democrat. I don't care. So if you're emotional,
mm-hmm.
You shouldn't even be in the conversation, because I'm not emotionally attached to red or blue, right? So let's just say that right now. Preferencing that, when you look at any society that's moving forward, this is the ugly truth of it. They have cheap, unskilled labor. You go to Dubai, how do you think they built Dubai?
Yeah.
How do you think they built Dubai? The Emiratis make up 10% of the population. They have 90% immigrants. They bring high skill and low skill workers from all over the world, and they built the fucking city.
Passports.
You cannot find one place in the world that has moved efficiently with paying people at the highest level possible, not bringing in outsiders. It's not how it works. They play off your emotions, because this shit is like gangbanging, red and blue. They play off your emotions because they know that most people is ignorant, and they just use triggering things to make you think that. But when you start to peel back the layers, you understand certain things just can't be done, and certain things need to be done if you want to have the society that you want to have. This is the ugly truth. It's like eating the steak, right? Everybody wants the filet mignon. Nobody wants to see the fucking cow get slaughtered. You want to see, you can't have the steak unless you see the cow get slaughtered. There's a slaughtering process that's needed for you to have your 5-star steak.
Shout out to Salt Bay in that trash ass restaurant, allegedly. Even if you order, okay, right now, I want you to order Uber Eats and then see who shows up to your door. I haven't had an American drop off Uber Eats in 9 months. Does not happen.
It's a fact.
So when Dara made some changes and it was more cost efficient, Keontae don't drop my shit off no more. I haven't seen an American driver drop off one package in 9 months. So, but can we talk about what went wrong in the election for the Democrats?
Well, the Democrats, a few different things. They to be fair, she had a limited time. Well, all right, here's the first thing. All right, here's the first thing. They weren't with Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not mentally stable. No disrespect to anybody that's elder. Look, I have 3 grandparents that had Alzheimer's disease, so I'm very sensitive to people that have cognitive disorders.
Yep.
Right? I'm not elderly shaming, but I have a litmus test. If you don't feel comfortable with somebody watching your kid, I don't feel comfortable with them running the country. Right?
Got you.
For a variety of different reasons. Joe Biden was not mentally capable of taking care of somebody's child, let alone running a country, right? They tried to hide it. They tried to sweep it under the rug, and it came back. Well, the first thing that they did was sabotage her early. Let's just be honest. Now we can be honest because it's over. So they tried to sabotage her early. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a show called Blackout.
Yeah.
We're able to give you unfiltered, uncut. This is the
insights.
Real. Yeah. It's not debatable. This is actual facts. They sabotaged her early, even from the way that she was dressing to her messaging. They did this early.
You mean when she was VP?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, her hands was tied behind her back the entire time.
Because they thought that she was going to be a threat to him. So they minimized her voice and her profile early, which ended up backfiring when they actually needed her, because then she had to make up so much ground because she had a lot of people that didn't like her from the previous 3 years of the administration, but that's their own fault. See, there's political infighting that happens. That's what people don't fully understand either.
Especially on the Democratic side, it is. Woo, go ahead.
It's like BMF. Like, you might have Southwest T's crew, you got Big Me's crew,
you got Blue Da Vinci.
They don't always see eye to eye. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got Joe Biden's crew, you got Kamala's crew, there's different crews. You got Barack, inside.
You got Hillary. Yep.
That's a fact. Barack, you got his crew. That's the first mistake that they made. The second mistake that they made was not identifying who they actually needed to win, right? They kept the strategy of white women with this abortion was their number one thing. Reproductive rights. That was their number one thing that they was going with.
Mistake.
Guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work. They damn near lost the majority of white women. I think they won like 53%, something like that. Like, it didn't work. Yeah. And that's what they pushed for 6 months. They pushed abortion and they pushed all kinds of other shit. The Republicans pushed a few things. Immigration, closed borders. They pushed the economy, inflation. They keep saying the same thing over and over again. Are you better now than you was 4 years ago? This is a psychological play. You keep asking the person the same thing over and over again. They're going to be like, no. And then once enough people say no, it's just, you don't even, no, I'm not better. Not better. They don't really think, are you better? Maybe. But no. So that's extremely intelligent that they've done. And they micro-target to their demographic. Democrats lost the Latino vote. We're going to talk about that later. I mean, that's
finito. Is it? That shit should have been obvious as hell.
Well,
and the bigger issue is like and I said this to the party and I got criticized. I hope you hear me now. You need to listen to people that are more connected to people than you and are not inside of a bubble. The real race, and I said this on Stock Club Call, but the real race in this election was progressiveness versus us not losing our fucking country. I asked Jamel Hill. I know black people don't vote as a monolith, but do racists vote as one? Racism had the same talking points and tone across the world. When you keep pushing the message, hey, Donald Trump is a fascist, Donald Trump is a racist, there's a sect of people who like that. And the message, to be honest, was not strong enough. Like even us, if we're gonna be honest, you couldn't name, and this is a great leadership lesson. Whenever you're trying to get somebody to do something for you, the benefit has to be higher than the alternative, especially if you're black. That's the first thing. Like I scream all the time, if I made you money, please put yes in chat. That's for a reason. Because y'all are, well, what you think about this analyst? The analyst, they made you what I fucking made you. But if you're black, man, you're going to have to be 4 or 5 times better. And if you're a black woman, much harder fight to win. And then on top of that, I'm going to be real. The country is in such unrest financially. It was going to be really hard for her to lose. But going back to the point you made earlier, her hands was tied behind her back. She only had, people say 3 months. She had a year to plan. She had a year to plan. And they dropped the fucking ball. Not doing Rogan, mistake. Not going to InvestFest, mistake. Not paying Taylor Swift what she wanted.
They played it too safe. And they got to stop. Their black playbook has to expand. Their black playbook has been the same for 40 years. You go to the church, you go to the Divine Nine.
Yep.
You do HBCUs.
Yep.
You go to Essence, and that's your black playbook, right? But there's people that never been to college. They don't care about the Divine Nine. No disrespect, but I'm just saying that doesn't resonate with them. There's people that don't go to church. Like, you know what I mean? There's people that's just struggling, trying to figure it out.
Yep.
Those people matter too. So you gotta target different demographics, and you gotta be a little bit more scripted. They played it way too safe for her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that he did. He was going to streamers. He would go anywhere. Donald Trump,
his media campaign the last 40 days was better than hers.
He would have came to InvestFest. We'll tell the story. We'll tell the story later.
One day, yeah.
We'll tell the story one day. One day we'll tell this story.
Yep. And Moore says she went to several podcasts. She missed Rogan. She told Rogan to come to where she was and only be an hour, and she was invited to be there first. Like when you're fighting for leadership position or fighting for your brand, it's a great lesson. Whatever you think you need to do to win, you need to do 3 to 5 times more to get the same level playing field. There is no safety in life. You're either going to be aggressive and win, or you're going to play it safe and lose. There's no in between.
But let's talk about this though too, because I do want to talk about the policy thing. So,
and then you have Megan and fucking Sexy Red up there twerk. Like, what economic policy is that? After she just lied about fucking Tory.
Yeah, they gotta stop that. They gotta stop the rappers. That's another
9 p.m. on Friday. It's 9
I forgot
Friday,
about that.
Girl.
The rappers. Shout out to
Meg though.
Shout out to Quavo and all of them, but they gotta stop doing that too. But the tax cuts, right? This is I want to make this an educational thing too, as far as people, like we told you how you can make money, right? But from a bigger economic standpoint, I think it's vitally important for people to understand how the economy works. So we have a $38 trillion debt, right? The national debt, and it keeps growing, right? So there's a few ways that you can actually lower the debt, right? You can raise taxes or you can cut spending, right? Yeah. So look, like I said, I'm the most anti-tax person in the world, right? I don't want to pay taxes. If it was up to me, nobody would pay taxes. But there's consequences when you lower taxes. That's a fact. So if you are going to lower taxes, well, what do you think that would do for people in the chat, right? If we have a $38 trillion debt, right? The interest on that alone, calculate what the interest would be, right? So if the government receives revenue by taxing citizens and corporations, if you lower the corporate tax rate and you lower taxes for citizens, right? what that would mean that it would be less revenue that would come in, right?
Yep.
So would that increase the deficit or would that lower the deficit? What do you think?
It wouldn't be good.
That a higher deficit, that's not sustainable, right? Because when you just keep putting more money into the economy, and that is one of the reasons for inflation. This is why gold is at an all-time high.
Yep.
Going back to the how you can make money, we talked about this on Market Mondays, but gold is a hedge for inflation.
Yep.
This is why we see gold at an all-time high, and it keeps going. And most people that understand the asset think that gold is going to continue to go up for another decade because inflation globally is a problem. So as paper currency gets devalued, hard assets go up. This is why
Yes.
gold is going up, and what they call digital gold, Bitcoin,
Yep.
goes up also, right? So, but that's something to keep in mind because it's like, okay, well, now the alternative to taxes is government spending. But there's a limited amount of how much money you can actually cut from the government spending,
Absolutely.
right?
Yep.
Because if you want to increase, you already know we want to increase spending when it comes to defense. Well, the biggest thing that we spend money on is healthcare and defense. Those are the two biggest factors that we spend money on.
Mhm.
So if you want to increase defense, decrease taxes, what would you have to decrease? You would have to decrease on the healthcare side. Well, that's a disaster waiting to happen because we already see how the
Yeah,
healthcare shit is in
country's already
shambles
messed
right
up.
now,
Yep.
right? And this goes back to the other healthcare stocks that Ian always talks about, as far as Eli Lilly. We've talked about Novo
Yep.
on. So if people's healths are going down, well, the pharmaceutical company stocks are going to go up, but that's not a sustainable future for America when you have millions of people that are fucking can't even afford to go into the hospital when they are really sick.
Yeah. Oh, if you guys are looking for a short, if RFK gets his way, any company that produces a lot of sugar, Kellogg's, Starbucks, y'all are in fucking trouble. Once they start to reveal that data about how much cancer laden chemicals are in the Fruit Loops and shit, oh, it's over with. Mass resignations. It's tough. So I would be long pause. Lilly, Novo, I would be short. General Mills, Pfizer, and a few other companies in that sector. I don't want to get in trouble how Oprah did a few years ago, but it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. And we printed too much money after the great financial crisis of 2008. We printed money and had quantitative easing for 15 years. COVID happened, right back to quantitative easing. We are in and I'll say this too from having conversations with people today in both camps. Both parties are worried about the economic status of the country over the next 3 or 4 years. Terrified. This is why we keep stressing, because we don't have the political answer. And we're going to be honest, we may not ever get one. If this debt continues to be out of control and the debt to GDP goes to 150, we'll never be able to turn that ship around.
Well, let me ask you this. Tariffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is another thing. So you're saying that you're going to tax tariffs 20%, exports.
It's tough.
Most economists, most educated economists think that that's not a good decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to our favorite stocks over the last 18 months for everybody that's been in the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Chips. These chips are highly complicated things that come overseas. I mean, they're starting to make chips now with the CHIPS Act.
Yep.
But he wants to pull back on the CHIPS Act. So if you pull back on the CHIPS Act, you got tariffs for people coming overseas. That's not good for business when it comes to the stocks that's been making us money.
Yeah.
Right?
I got a game plan though. I mean, I know Goldman said the S&P may provide 3% return, and part of me hopes so I can tell y'all how to maximize that profit. But the tariffs are not good because at some point there's going to be revenge enacted, and my eye is continuously on when China decides to go into Taiwan. If you're putting them tariffs on them, at some point they're going to get mad and say, okay, well, let me go get the big king off the fucking chessboard if you want to play. War is good for nobody unless you make arms. Kudos to Andrew, Lockheed Martin. But for everyone else, it has no benefit. And the truth is, his economic plan isn't as strong as he would make it believe it to be. But when you have that racial component, which racism was the first thesis and driving factor of the economy in the United States, you're always going to have people that over-index, especially in different communities, even though you don't think so. For those of you who are surprised at the Latin vote, take your ass to Miami, go to Brickell, go talk to 15 white Cubans and see what they feel.
The white Cubans. We're going to talk about the white Cubans, and we're going to talk about the white Cubans shortly.
Lo siento.
But my Republican friends, Tim Scott, let's have lunch. Because these things, look, like I said, I don't care. I'm not even, these things can't happen because it's going to be bad for business. We can't do mass deportation. It's going to be bad for business. We can't. Don't fuck up with the chips thing, man. Like,
I think that's another one of those things where he's saying it, but it's not gonna happen.
I think so too. This tariff thing. Look, we got a good thing going here. Don't.
I wouldn't be mad if he do like break up Intel.
No. Intel nobody cares about. But you can't start messing with TSM, Nvidia. No. They're too valuable. They're too valuable. We got a good thing going. These tariffs. Let's think about this before we do this, right? Let's just fully think this through before it's enacted. But once again, I don't think that a lot of this stuff is actually going to be enacted. I think that it's just rhetoric.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense.
It made sense to his base, though. It sounded good.
Well, you know what does make sense? Elon Musk.
I listen, talking about chess master, I told y'all. As soon as you start putting that money behind Senor Trump, that $44 billion seems like a good investment if you can sway an election. And then also, too, when you're giving that money away for people to sign up to vote and no one can put charges on you, I've seen election interfering in this campaign like I've never seen before in my lifetime. But the purpose is to get enough money to have power and use that power to protect the money. I got a little theory about Elon. I told y'all 2 or 3 years ago. It may come true in this election. Y'all thought Dick Cheney was the mastermind. Elon is going to be puppet. Y'all ever seen Scandal before? Olivia's dad? Boy, Elon is white Roman.
And let me say this too. For a lot of you people who have dedicated your life to Donald Trump and Elon Musk, you're never going to get invited to the White House.
Big facts.
Never.
Yes. I'm going to say this too. For MAGA marks and all them, I'll call y'all Hefe one time and use my favor to go to your house.
You're never going.
You're never going. You can glaze all you want and put on 62 MAGA hats and blow trumpets like he did before he won. You're never fucking going to that White House. Bro. Stop it.
Never.
Stop it, bro. Y'all been glazing something terrible.
Never in a million years. So like I said, let's take the politics out and let's just think about this rational. Elon. They like, yo, why you say Elon's the most dangerous person in the world? This guy's really smart. He's really, really smart. Really smart, right? But the things that he's doing is unprecedented. How he's maneuvering himself to become a trillionaire in front of our eyes is genius, and it's unprecedented, and it's dangerous because he can't become a U.S. president because he's not a natural born citizen. This is the closest that he's going to be to become president.
Yep.
He's making up a cabinet position that doesn't even exist. He's going to try
but if I give you $75 million, I get to make my own seat too.
No, for sure. Look, I think it was $150 million. I think he donated $150 million to his campaign. He donated $150 million to his campaign. He made $14 billion today.
Great investment. What's the return on that? Y'all put it in chat.
What's the
GPT?
Like, these people's not stupid. That's what I'm saying. Y'all get caught up in emotion. Like, no, Elon gives
no fucks.
Zero fucks about you.
Yeah.
You're never going to go to the White House. So stop.
Administration
Let's just take emotion out of this. You're never going to see these people ever in life and they don't care anything about you. So I don't know why you're so emotionally attached to people. I don't know why black people are so emotionally
No. Let's not do that. Because of the outcome, it was heartbreaking for a lot to see her lose. I feel like progress has been wiped away, or hope has been wiped away.
No. I was going to say, I don't know why black people are so emotionally attached to white people that they're never going to meet or don't give a fuck about them.
That's a good point.
That was the full sentence, what I was going to say.
Got you. I'm
It's
trying to be
mind
a good friend. Yeah, it's mind blowing.
it's mind-boggling.
Yeah,
Mind-boggling.
yeah.
Now, the Elon play. Twitter has 245 million daily users.
Yep.
Who's the number one followed person on Twitter?
Elonsky. I'm gonna make that algorithm go my way too if I paid 44 billion for it.
200 million followers. This isn't no
There's
conspiracy
no
theory shit.
conspiracy,
It's
yo.
not a conspiracy. That's what I'm trying to say. Like y'all motherfuckers you can't see the tea leaves. I'm putting it in front of your face. You can't decipher that. You can't understand what's going on. The shit has 245 million daily users. This dude has 200 million followers. He's like Tom at MySpace. Remember Tom when you had to follow Tom? He's
How many more baby mamas do you think he's gonna have by the end of the election?
10.
So,
He just brought the compound. So what I'm saying is that because we was talking when we was talking to Mike Novogratz and these dudes, this dude paid for a platform that's losing money.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. The media presence is more important. You pay for a platform because you're buying influence and you're buying
Favor.
a jumbo microphone to influence you
Mm-hmm.
to catapult your other stuff that you got going on. You go on Twitter, the shit is like a fucking Republican hotline. He's not even apologizing about, at least like Zuckerberg, they tried to hide what they're trying to do.
Yeah. They put Zuckerberg in the box this election.
He blatant with his shit.
Yeah.
Tesla, obviously that's going to go to the moon if you're interested in investing. SpaceX, we already talked about that.
To the Starlink
to the moon. Government contracts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all playing a game that you don't even know. People, I seen somebody like, yo, the Democrats paid you. You playing a game that you're not even intelligent enough to even understand.
Were you paid
the game that you're playing.
though by the Democrats for the record?
Well, here's the thing about it. Like I said,
wait, what?
I have more to lose than to be paid.
Yes,
I have more to lose than to be paid. People like that don't never been paid. They're like, yo, you've been paid by Democrats. How much you got paid? You got paid $10,000. That lets me know that you never got paid $10,000. Because if you got paid $10,000, you understand $10,000 not no money. I made a salary today.
Yeah.
I personally made a salary today in the stock market because it went up on news that Donald Trump got elected. And I'm gonna talk about you guys in a minute.
Who is you guys? You sound like Trump.
I'm gonna talk about them. But some of you guys make me sick to my stomach. But you don't understand how the world works. You don't understand how finance works. And you're regurgitating things that you haven't even took the time to really think this through what you're saying. Like I said, I don't care about the Democrats or the Republicans. I said that before. I'm rocking. Listen, I wanted her to win because we was gonna have a voice in the White. That's what I'm saying. Y'all motherfuckers are so stupid. Fuck the money. Like I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. Like we're gonna have a voice inside of that shit. Even though like some shit that we can't even say. We meet with the people like behind. I'm understanding the shit. I'm not saying that we're gonna control the whole thing.
But we would have had some impact.
We would have had some level of a voice to get the shit done, to push shit through. I know this for a fact. You motherfuckers worry about what somebody's getting paid. You don't understand. Like this shit was really about to. We was about to have an imprint in this shit.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, okay, I see a path. I see a vision here. Just like Elon, you see a vision. But understand this: if you black, you have zero voice. You're gonna have zero input voice. You're not gonna matter at all. Look, Republicans, they got 5 black people in their whole entire caucus. The House, the Senate, and we know 2 of them. Yeah. Shout out to Tim Scott. They got 5 of them. You think that 98% white men is gonna have any level of care, courtesy, catering to you? You're out of your fucking mind. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not about politics. You gotta just think this shit rationally. At the highest level possible, they thinking about this rationally. At the lowest level possibly, they think about it through emotion. The only thing, all you do is think about an emotion. Like, yo, I just want to. I'm a MAGA. I'm a Democrat. I'm like, yo, we about to get the play, and for you, y'all gonna win off this shit more than we do. I'm like, y'all stupid, man. Like, y'all so stupid. You
You
can't even see
can't
that.
say
Y'all
that they're
gonna win more than
stupid,
we do.
yo.
You fucking idiot, bro. Like, y'all niggas don't understand shit, man.
Rashad, let's take a moment. Today's episode is sponsored by ianinvest.com. If you want to get rich from the market and not be stupid with your investment account, go to ianinvest.com. Tell them why you mad.
You know what? Bro?
Come on, let's tell the truth. And if you have questions, please put them in chat. I appreciate y'all being here.
Some of you pro-black conscious community, y'all make me sick to my stomach because y'all been so pro-black that you actually turned into white supremacists.
I want to go to Umar house one day. Hold on.
Yo, y'all the most pro-black white. Y'all turn. It's like what was that? What was that shit with the what was that? Was it Chappelle show?
What
Bigsby? Remember they had the head of the Ku Klux Klan that was a black dude. You know, y'all. So the conscious dudes, not all of them, but a lot of you guys, y'all have never done anything. You don't have any money. You haven't built anything. You have nothing to show for it. But your only thing you do is you're very divisive. And you guys have turned this whole thing into an y'all anti everything. You're anti-voting. Y'all don't want to take part in the election at all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're anti the banking system. You don't believe in banks. You don't believe in
don't believe in Lloyd Banks. Like 50,
they don't believe in the finance system. They don't believe in the education system. Y'all don't believe in that. Let's go to Africa. We got to play in Ghana. Oh, we not from Africa. We Native Americans. They never had slavery. The Africans they the real enemies. They the real ops.
Two things can be true.
But y'all make me sick to my stomach, man. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Y'all don't want to work with nobody, and y'all not producing nothing. Only thing y'all doing is complaining. Y'all complaining, and you causing obstacles in every way possible. You're just causing an obstacle just to say just some science on some shit, bro. Like, can the guard decipher that? You can't pay your phone bill. Stop it, man. Like you talking about this high level of science and you struggling to pay your phone bill, living with your girl.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. What degree is that? What degree of knowledge is that?
34?
Like, what degree of knowledge is that, bro? Like, come on, man. Stop it. I'm with y'all, but y'all be going too far, man. And this shit is frustrating. And it's sad because you never have no solutions. You only have problems. You have problems and you cause obstacles and you put roadblocks in front of everything. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. Nothing is good. And you don't have any alternative. You don't have no school. You don't have no real estate project.
Donations.
You don't have nothing. And y'all asking for donations. Y'all don't even have a viable business to actually make money. You got cash apps. Stop it, man. Like, that's why I said, man, y'all gonna make me turn into the bad guy this year. This year, I might turn into the bad guy.
Rashad, can we take a moment? This episode is sponsored by Calm, which we didn't meditate before. I mean, but in all of this, if you are a Democrat listening tonight, like, what is the solution? And the crazy part is, like, because I was one of the first Black people with a voice, I think, that was asking for Biden to step down. And then everybody was like, you're crazy, you're a traitor, you're not Black. I'm like, okay, what solutions do the Democrats need to focus on to win potentially in the next election? And I will say this, I don't want to talk too much business of what I was told on the phone. They're already planning for a 16-year run. It's not about just this four.
A 16-year run of what?
Domination.
Democrats?
Oh, no, other side.
Oh, yeah, Democrats is cooked. Yeah. They're done.
God damn.
What you want me to say?
Chat, I'm trying to keep it together. Normally, this is my energy. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to go there with you. Cool.
They're done. But I'm going to get back to Democrats. But here's the thing. This is why this DEI shit is so concerning too. We're going to be honest today.
Mm-hmm.
What does DEI mean? Diversity, equity, and inclusion, right? Black people own 1% of the wealth in America. We make up less than 1% of the CEOs in America.
Yep.
We buy houses at the lowest rate possible. We have the wealth that we have in stocks is at the lowest rate possible compared to any other group.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think the people at the highest level possible, Dr. Phil, everybody's best friend, Elon Musk,
Grant Cardone,
dude that runs the hedge fund, forgot his name. Why are they champion DEI must die? There is no DEI, right? They want to keep you they don't even want to keep you at the lowest level possible. They want you at the outskirts. Like there's a level of there's a permanent underclass. You go to Australia, they have the Aborigines. They're not even really part of society. It's like Native Americans here in America. They've put them so far on the outcast that they don't even factor into society. When you start to say like DEI must die, there is no DEI. We have not made that in advance. So it's like it's not like we even are a threat to power structure, right? And y'all championing this shit. That's the part that's confusing to me. They literally going up there saying DEI must die, and y'all like, yeah.
It's fucking concerning.
What are you like? That's what I'm saying. Like, what's wrong with your brain? Like, what are y'all smoking? Like, what are they putting in McDonald's, the food? You can't understand. You can't. It's being done right in front of you. You can't see this. Can't see this play that's happening.
Yeah.
And that's at the highest level possible power structure. Like I said, they got a government. They got 5 people in the caucus. The reason why diversification is important is because Black people don't think like white people. They're different, right? So you can't fully understand things unless you have somebody else that is, I relate to this situation, so I know this different. You think 99% white men running anything, you're going to benefit from it? You think you're going to have any level of influence? You think that they're going to care about you at all? You think that you're going to have
not this administration
some level of say outside of a charity event here and there? You out of your why would you matter to white men? That's what I'm saying. Like, I gotta explain this to you, but my thing is, why do I have to explain this to you? I have to explain why you're not going to matter to white men. You haven't learned from 800 years. You haven't learned from 800 years that you don't matter to white men.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you think some Black men just didn't want to vote for a Black woman because she was Black?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't care about it's not that. I'm talking about, you got to look at it from a strategic standpoint. You think Elon Musk really loves Donald Trump? No, he saw it as an opportunity. Like, yo, I'm going to get him in. I'm going to run the play. I'm going to do this. That's what I'm saying. We get caught up in emotion. I don't like her because she's Indian, some shit like that.
Tyler is too. Y'all still play that make me sweat shit, that water shit.
Like, guys, and it's not even about the president. You vote for you want. Yeah. Who's the senator? Who's the congressman? Who's the governor?
They got the whole government online.
They got the whole entire government.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think is going to happen with white men running everything? You think that's going to be productive for you? We're going to get money regardless. That's what I'm trying to say. They're like, well, we're going to figure it out. You got to be a hustler out here. You're going to figure it out. You're going to get money regardless. But it's better if you can actually have some level of influence and input and actually have some level of, you can carve a niche out yourself. If not, then just meet us in Ghana. You don't want to do that. You don't got enough courage to leave the country. So you're going to stay here. And then you don't even want to fight for your position here. Y'all just confusing me. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this conscious community, I don't understand y'all. Y'all don't got enough courage to leave the country. You want to stay in the country, but then you just are comfortable being relegated to the lowest level possible in the country. What's the logic?
It's easier to complain than execute and make change.
But you're not even complaining about nothing that really makes sense.
To them, it does. It's easier to talk about the boogeyman opposed to walking out your door and going to fighting the boogeyman, knowing you can get your ass kicked.
Latinos, I got some explaining to do too, man.
No, they don't.
No, they really do.
This been the move. If you go,
like I said,
go to Miami.
They don't give a fuck about you. They don't. I hate to say it. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
You're not going to win in this situation. You think you're going to win? You're talking about mass deportation. You're an immigrant yourself. You just got here. You yourself just got here recently. What are you talking about? What I'm saying, this shit don't even make no sense. This country is mentally like the things that I'm
But
seeing
this
in this
has
country
always
I've
been the
never
business
seen.
model. It's always been a business model. Okay, we're going to treat blacks this way. We got Native Americans out of the way. Suicide rates are high. Alcoholism is high. Drug use is high. African Americans come in second. Now I'm going to put every other minority, quote unquote, race against you guys to keep you there, keep you in fighting, and keep your eyes off the real prize.
Let me be
But
honest.
also, if we're going to be real, to the Democrats, I don't want to jump on you tonight and kick a horse while it's dead. How about your campaign strategists and y'all be honest about what you're going to do for the people? I keep saying it. How the fuck did I make more black people money in the market than y'all? What promises are you going to keep? None. If most people can't tell you, here's what the economic plan is, you're not getting a fucking vote. I never stood on being the black CNBC. No, I'm the best out of whomever. Line them up. If I've made you money, please put yes in chat and tell me the analyst that made you the money that's comparable. And when you're running for office or CEO or leader or face of a brand, man, you have to over fucking deliver on the value. The truth is, on the Democratic side, most Democrats don't even know what they stand for anymore. And you're not courageous enough to go combat them and tell them you're, and then from a brand standpoint, goddamn, stop mentioning your fucking competition in all your goddamn ads. Every ad was Trump's a racist. Dog, 55% of the country like racism. You want to talk about endless return on investment? The racist bundle has always worked in this country. Y'all think Nvidia is something. The fucking return on the racism ETF, amazing. What the fuck are you going to do? If I join you today, what return are you going to give me? That answer was not clear yesterday. It was not clear. And I know also too, I know you inherited debt, but as a man, if you inherit the debt, you got to decide, I'm gonna pay this shit off. Fellas, like when you get a girl, you steal a girl from a dude, right? And she got all this baggage. And then, oh, Ray left me with $7 million worth of debt. You got to decide if you're going to leave her or pay off the debt. You can't say, well, Ray back in the day fucked up your credit. Let me borrow your car too. It don't go like that, bro. I'm sorry. And we tried to tell the Democrats that. They didn't want to hear it. I'm sorry.
No,
here we are.
Democrats are screwed.
Here we are.
They did it to themselves. But let me get you the playbook for white supremacy is not to share power. It's to consolidate power, to push marginalized people out as far as possible, to pillage and burn, colonize and move on. It's 80 degrees in New York in November. The shit is changing. Like they're saying, like they going to Mars. They going to Mars for a reason. They going to Mars for a reason. It's a colonizer mindset. It's never going to change. They're going to colonize aliens.
Mark Zuckerberg is one of the richest people on earth. And they made him be quiet in this election, supposedly because of Cambridge Analytica. I won't say the man's name. Y'all go look up the conversation. Eric from Google, one of the richest people on earth, did a talk at Stanford about the state of the economy in Google, and he made them take the shit down off of YouTube. It's a different dog. The hardcore races that exist are upset at Trump. Dog, they tried to kill Mike Pence.
Try to take him out of here.
What the fuck are we talking about? So, but I will say, we have to decide if we're going to team together and actually push for change, or are we going to lay down and just take it? And I'm going to be real. Everybody who said they voted, man, the votes were lower than they should have been. Way lower. No, not the best candidate. I'm going to be real. I asked this on Twitter earlier. Who's the next Democratic superstar? Auntie Shell don't want to run. That would have been a clear winner. Other than that, the Democrats don't have no fucking superstars.
No, they're done.
Over with.
They're done. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're building a community in Ghana. If anybody's interested, we'll be talking about that soon. Buy a house, real estate has been going up. if you want to get away, if that's an option for you. But other than that, I mean, I feel like you have to
Diversify.
you have to diversify, you have to invest. Those
Are you
invest
upset that she lost? I want to ask a question that has been coming up in the. Are you just upset because she lost?
No, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand. I'm not emotionally attached to. If anybody has known me, I'm probably the least emotional attached person that you would ever meet in life.
Definitely in our circle. Hands
That's what I'm
down.
saying. Like y'all trying to relate me to you guys. I'm not like
Now,
none of
don't be
y'all.
detached. So
No, but I am detached. That's what I'm saying. That's not even something to be proud of. But that's just a fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all, I'm looking at this from a whole different strategic standpoint. So no, I'm not surprised. I'm not even surprised that she lost, and I'm not mad that she lost. But I am disgusted and sick to my stomach at the stupidity that I see displayed online every day. Like I said, it don't matter who the president, but I'm just saying, like y'all, the way y'all are emotionally attached to politics is disturbing because you're not going to get anything from it.
And
That's
I
a
told
fact.
y'all before.
You're not going to get anything from this situation
Give
at
a
all.
fuck.
You're not going to get anything. No, a politician is not going to make you rich.
I will.
Yeah, we will.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you need to, like, you thinking that a politician is going to change your life or get you rich. You're already screwed.
Yeah.
You're already screwed.
Oh,
You
Troy
thinking
just said Castle Hill in the Bronx. What is going on? You ain't never lied. Ooh, the delusional and the racist.
that's what I'm saying. But that goes back to laziness. People in America are so lazy. That's why I said we need the immigrants because we've developed such a lazy mentality in America. We really believe that, oh shit, if somebody comes in office, milk is going to keep going up. Now I'm gonna be real. Y'all want to vote about milk and bread and gas prices? This shit's going to keep going up. It's a thing called permanent inflation. Shit goes up over the course of time. Figure out how to make more money than inflation and invest your money. That's how you beat the shit. You can't rely on no politician. Oh, my gas prices is too high. I want my gas prices to go down. So I'm going to vote and then I'm going to sit at home and then hopefully the shit could work out for me. You're going to be in the same spot you was in this year, 10 years from now, doing that dumb shit. You got to apply the information. You got to learn the information as you go in real time and apply it. You think a politician is the reason why we got successful? Nope. Democrat or Republican. That's what I'm saying. You haven't figured that out by now. A politician is not going to save you.
And the crazy part, nationwide, I've never seen rents for 2 and 3 bedrooms be this high. 6,500, 8,000. I know some people in Atlanta paying 12, 13,000. Like, it's not going to come down. And of course, because of hedge funds buying up real estate and things are going to get trickier. I will say that. But yeah, shout out to all you celebrities who took the bag and didn't vote. It's a lot of y'all. It's about 600-700 of y'all motherfuckers, boy.
And foreign policy, man.
Yeah.
Woo.
Interesting, to say the least. Keep your eyes on Taiwan. And I will say this, because people keep asking what can trigger the 27 drop. If anything happens in Taiwan, the entire market is going to shit its pants. I'm talking 2007, 2008 like drops. That's the most important chess piece on the board. So if any of you ever hear Taiwan has attempted strike that liquidate, wait to get in at damn near all-time lows. I'll give you guys the prices. Go execute, but it'll be a probably easy 30-35% drop if that country's invaded.
Yeah.
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 So,
but what do I know? Just a guy on YouTube.
Yeah. Somebody said Trump will bring diplomacy. Not likely. Ukraine gonna be taking over. Oh, did you get paid by the Democrats though? Because I want to be clear tonight. So when these clips go out,
like I said, the Democrats couldn't pay me enough to risk what I would have lost. Like,
yeah,
you
I know. Let's breathe. Let's breathe there.
But here's the thing: I never had a job. People are like, oh, you was a financial advisor. Like I was
You still work for yourself.
self-employed. I
Yeah.
was commission based, bro. I never had a job. That's what I'm saying. An employee is difficult to think how an employer thinks.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this show for 5 years. Y'all haven't changed your mindset yet. If anything, I'm gonna ask for equity before I ask for a paycheck.
Big facts.
I'm gonna ask for a position. I'm
Big
gonna ask for a
facts.
guarantee. You could keep the money. I want the back end.
Yep.
10,000 not going to change my life. Respectfully, 10,000 not going to change my life.
Yep.
If I'm really going to pull a play like that, if somebody offer me $10,000, I'd be like, yo, Chief, keep the 10,000. I don't want 10,000, but let's do
Equity.
this.
Let me be director of something.
Let me do this. Once we get in, let's make sure that we get all of this like on the back end. I work for free for 6 months. I just need to once we get this up and running. Y'all talking about that you could pay. I'm saying that goes back to the mindset. Y'all don't understand. We've been doing this for 6 years.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't changed the way you think yet.
Yeah. And I told y'all last year, y'all made fun of me when I said Plies was the primary fucking spokesperson for Biden and Kamala. Not a good sign. Not a good sign.
That
It's not a good shot to Plies. Plies got a big ass bag, but
allegedly.
she ain't no leg boy. Well, allegedly, but I'm telling you,
allegedly, he should have. He should have the way he
big
campaigned.
ass bag, big ass boy.
All right, guys. Buy Bitcoin, altcoins going to go up. Tesla stock is going to go up. Energy
Nvidia,
stock is going to go up.
Microsoft,
Defense and aerospace stocks are going to go up.
not all, two,
not all, but yeah, the top.
Yeah.
Financials and bankings, and that's the last part of the 10 Commandments that I actually forgot. Invest in the top two. That's what Ian always says. Invest in the top two in each space. If they do start deporting massive amounts of immigrants, housing prices will go up. MG, the mortgage guy, spoke about that today. He did a whole live on it. So if you don't believe me, watch his live. And the farmers will be in shambles if they start doing mass deportation, which I don't think was going to happen. If they really do fall through on this tariffs thing, it's going to be bad for chip stocks, and it could potentially cause a recession.
Did you guys see Nvidia is investing into Elon's startup AI company so that they don't get their legs cut from underneath them? Y'all thought I was joking. I don't want to go to war with the motherfucker who has satellites and rockets to send at me. So now everybody is going to pile into XAI to give him capital, knowing that he's going to be right hand to Trump.
Well, that's what Mike Novogratz said when we had a conversation with him. As far as you have a guy that has 70% of the satellites in orbit, and they somebody like he doesn't have satellites. He doesn't have 70% of satellites in orbit. Google it. Don't trust me. Trust Google. Don't trust me. Trust Google.
And Google,
he has 70% of the satellites in orbit, right?
Yep.
Now, he's best friends with the president. He's probably going to be the closest advisor to the president. He already has the government contracts. The government actually needs SpaceX because their NASA program is so terrible. So what he's done is position himself. Yeah, you're looking at it from the internet. You're looking at it from the internet standpoint. They already explained to you that the next iteration of war is not going to come from the sea or come from the ground. It's going to come from outer space, when you can actually drop neural bombs from outer space with exact precision that can explode and detonate. And
if I own the satellites to control that and the little fucking robots, y'all thought he made them robots to clean the house and jack you off at night. He gonna send them shits right over to Ukraine and Russia.
Dude is smart, man. Shit is like a real James Bond movie. Like you watch James Bond movie, like that dude is smart, man. Goes on fucking Joe Rogan, sealed the deal.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna say that big mistake. I told y'all. Shout to another person, but Rogan moved the election, and also in business too. Sometimes when I'm moving around, people say, well, why would you do this podcast? You don't know what person is going to turn into what. But then Joe endorsed him after he went and built friendship. You can't build all relationships online. Yes, she is VP. VP and president are two totally different things. Playing to your base, only mistake. You see, Trump brought in a lot of that other community.
And the crazy thing is, like, Joe Rogan could endorse Trump with no problem. Aiden Ross can endorse Trump with no problem. What do you think would have happened to Kai Cenat if he tried to endorse Kamala?
I think he would have been straight. I mean, he would have got some backlash, but
he would have got dragged through Black
You
Twitter.
think so?
Of course. It's so divisive. That's why nobody really wanted to stand next to politics. Even 50 said it, right? No politics, no religion. I don't want to stand next to politics because it's too divisive. Like, because we so emotional. You think that they endorsed him because they just thought that he was the best person for the job?
Oh no, they want favor.
It's just business.
Child Stock Club. I told y'all that last night, 10 o'clock, election over. They'll announce by 2:15. Sitting right next to Dana White. Got that little call. Man, it's over with. Damn, for real. Finito. Everyone wants favor. But the question is, in these next 4 years, what are you going to do to change your life and make your life better? My dad always tells me nothing is the end of the world but the end of the world. Is it troubling? Sure. But what are you going to do to make your life better?
That's a fact, man. And like I said, foreign policy. If you are not happy with his if you're not happy with the foreign policy now,
it's going to get much worse. I mean, should it be cool with Putin? But it's going to get mucho worse.
Oh man,
yeah. Como se dice mucho worse? Much worse. Man. Tell me in chat. That's going to be terrible.
But
terrible.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we probably get them at Invest Fest. We talk about it. We probably talk about it at Invest Fest. And then y'all gonna be mad about that. Y'all gonna be mad. Why y'all got Trump at Invest Fest? Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
This is the beginning of like your villain art.
Oh, and I'm not talking. This is the last time I'm ever talking about anything black ever again.
What? Well, you're black. What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about anything black no more. It's financial literacy, it's business, and it's investment.
Oh, you straight to the point. Oh, yeah, I'm with you.
It's a negative return on investment. I'm not speaking on black issues. I'm not a black leader. I'm not a political leader.
You sound crazy. You can't say that publicly, though.
That's a fact. I'm not a black leader. I'm not a political leader. I'm a financial advisor that turned into the guy that does media. Because the only thing that they do is going to crucify you. That's a fact. Only thing they're going to do is crucify you. They love to see you fail. They're looking. They want Jay to fail for so bad. He can't even come outside. He's not even outside no more. But I'm just saying that's real shit, though. They can't wait. They can't wait for the demise. Entertainment. The culture has turned into entertainment. Your demise is entertainment.
Remember when Chris Webber got the technical?
It's gonna be business. We're gonna talk about stocks.
We're
gonna talk about real estate. We're gonna talk about artificial intelligence. Broad range.
That's it.
That's it.
No more dates, relationship advice. Shout out to my baby watching. See you.
That's a fact.
Be out the way.
I'm gonna let 19 Keys talk about all the social issues.
Yeah.
He's the guy that I trust.
International arbitrage. I've been telling y'all for the last 3 years, you need to find another location as well, too.
No, for sure.
Inflation. But in some of the other places in Mexico, go.
And that's why we're going to Ghana. Yep. That's why I'm not doing that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is not just entertainment. Like, we building a community in Ghana. Yeah, for other people to move there, but we're gonna have houses in Ghana. I'm gonna have a house in Ghana for sure. That's a fact. Yep. I'm not like might get citizenship. Dual citizenship never hurt because you gotta diversify. We talk about that all the time. You put your eggs in one basket, like it's too risky. The climate in America has become too toxic, and you gotta diversify. So that's my diversification play.
A good book too. Anything, I got to give him credit, even though he does have some things that are not the best about him. Ray Dalio told a lot of truth in those 2 books that he wrote. He's probably the one titan of industry that is an elder white man that told about the ills of America in advance.
He's seen it coming.
That shit looks prophetic now.
He's seen it coming, and the thing, and we're not just gonna leave you empty-handed. If anything else, I mean, we have 5 years of content, but the manifesto is coming out January 14th. We're coming out with a book called You Deserve to Be Rich. Myself, Troy. You can pre-order it now. If you pre-order it now, you get Troy's options boot camp for free. $30 for an hour and 20 minutes that teaches you how to trade stock options. You have to go to You Deserve to Be Rich book.com. Buy it from one of the Amazon, Target, wherever you want to buy it from. And then at the bottom of that page, There's a form to fill out. You fill out that form, and you can download the video. 24 hours
Seeker,
left
saying we're shill. What do we shill? I gave information away for free that you buy into Bitcoin when I told y'all to buy this shit at 20,000.
at least 20,000.
Come on, man. Shilling for what? Could have been sold out. You know how bad Trump camp was trying to get me to go over and be with them? No, what's the shill? I'm this live today. I let him go off and had the black leather jacket and shit. I'll turn up. Chill.
Please.
Chill for what?
Please. Okay. All right. Any other topics we need to talk about?
No, I ain't talking about no 50-50, no dating advice, nothing. I'm good.
No,
y'all got questions y'all want to put in the chat? Shout out to Drake pulling up on DeMar DeRozan. I don't know if you know, because I know y'all was cool, but he from a certain part of Compton. He probably Drake, you my boy. Chill out.
Shout out to Drake.
Stop. Oh, well, what you think about Joel Embiid pushing a reporter who was talking crazy to him?
Yeah, can't talk about somebody's family. Family's off limits.
You crossing the line, bro.
Crossing the lines. But I will say this. Our friends on the Democratic side and our friends on the Republican side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk. Let's figure this out. Because we need to save the country. We do have to save America. Because it's in our best interest to make sure that this thing doesn't burn apart. I don't want America to fail. Fuck. That doesn't benefit me. I gotta make sure this thing stays apart at least for another 30 years or so. So let's figure it out. Let's figure it out.
Xander will only be 30 now. How would Nas be 40? We need a 50-year run. We need a 52.
50, yeah, I need about 50. I need 52. About 50 years. I need some time. I don't want this thing to burn down yet. I'm not ready for it to burn down yet. So Trump, let's figure this out. The Dems.
How you like his dance?
Sorry if I offended you guys, crazy, but you took some missteps, some mishaps. But
Democrats, y'all got. I'm be real on this. Y'all got to listen. We try and help. We're not shilling. Democrats, y'all got to listen. Y'all are too out of tune. We try to tell you this when Roland Martin was on. Too out of fucking step, yo. Nobody want to hear that shit. The economy's in fucking shambles. People just have to pay a mortgage, and you talking about.
That's a fact. Do the right thing. Yo. Do the right thing.
Democrats and Diddy didn't pay me nothing. Democrats didn't pay me nothing. Trust me. They didn't pay me nothing.
So. Actually, next Thursday we're gonna talk about Ghana. We're gonna do our live about Ghana next Thursday.
Okay.
And
Seeker, you can also not watch. I'm one of the people that don't need no YouTube money. So don't watch. I've been on that shit. I swear to God, on my son. Don't need you to watch shit. Don't watch.
Don't.
If you don't like it, all that. I don't like the way you talk. Look who's in office. Don't talk to me about fucking decorum.
That's a fact.
Don't watch. All that you fell off. Please, one day we're gonna do net worth challenge. I'm gonna get motherfucking mad and pull up these accounts like how y'all want to see, and then your bitch is gonna be really. You think I'm cute now? I'll pull up these accounts. Shout to my baby. I'm just joking. You know you my everything. But for you, motherfucker, boy, I get to pulling this shit up, this Roth IRA Plus and Xander shit. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Shilling for what?
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I'm not really that bothered.
God bless America.
Yes.
We're staying positive.
Yes, we are.
This is Blackout. If anybody that's welcome, I know this is 99,000 people on Black. So Blackout.
Yeah.
Blackout. That's why I had to get all my promos in. It's 9,000 people.
I'm mad at you.
Yeah. Blackout is a show that we designed to be edgy, uncut, unfiltered. So if this is your first time watching this, if you're a little surprised that but like you said, you elected a president that has 37 felonies.
About corn.
Cut it out. Cut it out,
yo.
Let's at this point, everybody, it doesn't matter. We can say whatever we want.
Say whatever. Melania had on the Mary J. Blige. What's the 411 glasses looking at happy as hell? And you want to talk to us about? Man, shut up, yo. Come on, chill.
Ian, anything you would like to say before we conclude?
If you want to get rich from the market, go to ianinvest.com. Democrats didn't pay me. Republicans didn't pay me. They tried to. Didn't take the money. Stay solid for us. Black power. You know what I mean? Cool. Oh, and once again, for all you MAGA boys, I talked to y'all Hefe friend earlier. Please leave me alone. I just want peace, love, prosperity. But I will waste my one good favor to send them to your house. Because they got the little machine when they can pull up your username off YouTube and get all the data set. You know what I mean? Just chill. Leave me alone, man. I want to just have fun, be a lover boy era.
Jokes
And
written
chill.
by 85 South. Okay, so
Yep.
guys, we watched this episode. We gave you a lot of good information on where to invest, how to make money, political insight. Stay safe out there. And
Democrats do better. I'm gonna say that too
please,
for the MAGA boys in the comments. Democrats do better. That shit y'all been talking about. People don't give a fuck about that. Yo, rent is high. You're talking to us about third tier or tertiary issues. No one wants to hear that shit. Y'all need to go develop some stars. Y'all looking like Bronny out there in them election polls. Shout to Bronny. I want to smoke. Listen. No dating advice. Nothing. Wait, you just wrapping up? Nothing. No more.
love is all we have.
My dog is done. Got you.
Love is all we have.
Yes.
Black power.
Yes.
And Pan-Africanism. I think we had a good discussion.
He's never coming on the show now. We were so close to getting him on the show. It's never gonna happen. Oh my god. I will say this is a good business lesson, though. Grant Cardone, Patrick David. It's a few of them who use their power and money and influence to help them get in office, and now they're going to get a return on that investment. We need to start to do the same thing.
That's a fact.
Tavis Smiley tried to do it, got his legs undercut, but we as a people need to pick some things to have an agenda for. So.
That's a fact. All right, guys, it's been real. Thank you so much. I love you.
I love you too.
I do love you. I do love you.
Do you? You scolded them for 2 hours.
It's my last time. It's my last time.
You said that 2 weeks ago.
That's a fact. But this made me mad. So it's my last time. I got it off my chest. I will be a positive beam of light going forward.
I miss the good old days when I was the bad guy and I was going off. When I became the referee.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man.
Tough.
That's a fact. I'm going to be positive, therapeutic, and that's what we're going to leave with. We're going to leave with positive.
We got to stop looking at the comments, yo. That's why I just
for sure.
I check 30 minutes a day, get in and out.
For sure.
Business.
Microsoft is going to run.
Oh, to the moon.
Microsoft is going to run. All right, guys.
Love y'all.
Love.